Approximately 1 month ago, I reviewed this device right here, the ST5H5 Lite Smart Temperature Monitoring System from Mocreo, and at that time I said it was one of the best smart temperature monitoring systems I had ever used. Over the next few weeks of testing this device even further, I became convinced that it was impossible to find a better smart temperature monitoring system than this, simply because it is just that good. Well, a few weeks ago this arrived in my mailbox. Mocreo have now designed another smart temperature monitoring system. It's called the H5-PRO-LS1D, and this one, well, it's even better. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hello and welcome to the channel, and I hope you like today's video. If you like smart home and automotive technology content, then hit that subscribe button because that's what you're going to see on this channel. Okay, so as you've already seen by the intro, today's video is going to be all about the H5-PRO-LS1D, which is a brand new smart controlled temperature monitoring system that is just about to be released from Mocreo. And after testing it for the last 2 weeks, I can confirm that it is not only an amazing product, but it's also now the best smart controlled temperature monitoring system that I have ever used. Now, if you saw the last review I did for Mocreo's ST5H5 Lite, you will already know that the build quality and reliability of this company's products are exceptionally high. Now, when I received this product from Mocreo, I was thinking there is no way this can be a better product than the ST5H5 Lite. I mean, how could they improve on a product that was already perfect? Well, I was wrong, because Mocreo found several ways to improve on their product, and this is how they did it. So yes, the H5 Lite hub has now been completely redesigned, resulting in this, the H5 Pro hub. This is of course the main control hub, including a 2-inch IPS LCD screen with a beautiful high-quality dot matrix display, just like the H5 Lite, but this time with even more improvements. First of all, now not only do you have the option to connect the hub directly to your router, thanks to its built-in LAN port, but as you can see, it also now has an external antenna. And that of course means more power and longer range distances. And not only that, but when used with these temperature sensors, which are the Mocreo LS1 temperature sensors, it is now capable of achieving distances of up to 1,640 feet. So that's about 500 meters, and that is also just over 12 times the maximum distance you can achieve using the ST5 temperature sensors with the H5 Lite hub. Yes, I know, wow. Now, as you may remember, with the H5 Lite, the temperature sensors communicate with the hub over a Bluetooth connection. So you may be thinking, how are these long-range distances with the H5 Pro hub and the LS1 temperature sensors even possible to achieve over a Bluetooth or even a BLE connection? And you would be right. But Mocreo are clever, and what they have done is redesign the device to work using a completely different communication protocol, and that would be LoRa. Now, in the smart home world, LoRa is not a protocol you would have heard a lot about, but it does exist, and you are going to be hearing about it a lot more in the future, and I'll tell you why. LoRa, spelled LORA, which is also an abbreviation for long range, is a wireless communication protocol that can be used to achieve incredibly long range distances, and I mean over several kilometers in length. The frequency band it operates on does slightly vary for each country, but the frequency band being used by Mocreo with this product is 915 megahertz. Now, obviously, other communication protocols such as Bluetooth, BLE, and Wi-Fi are not able to come even close to matching long-range distances like that. And that is exactly why you will be hearing about LoRa a lot more from now on, because it is without any doubt the communication protocol of the future, purely due to what can be achieved by using it. LoRa has been around for about 10 years, but it is still recognized as being a relatively new communication protocol when compared to the others. And this really does prove how advanced a company like Mocreo is when it comes to using the latest technology available in the design of their products. I see a very bright future for this company. They clearly have the technology and skills to take their products all the way to the top. And I honestly do think you're going to be seeing really big things from this company in the future. So yes, the H5 Pro Hub communicates with the LS1 temperature sensors using the LoRa wireless communication protocol. And just like the H5 Lite, the H5 Pro Hub connects to Mocreo's cloud server over the internet using a Wi-Fi connection on the 2.4 gig network. But with the H5 Pro hub in particular, now thanks to its built-in LAN port, it can of course also be connected directly to your router using a network cable. And of course this is always the most recommended way with any device that has a LAN port. And having said that though, you definitely won't experience any problems using this product over a Wi-Fi connection. The wireless connection is incredibly stable and reliable. Now the H5 Pro, unlike the H5 Lite, is only offered with this table mount style design. You cannot attach it to the wall, and one of those reasons is because of its external antenna here on the back. The H5 Pro hub is again only USB powered, so it's rated at 5 volts at 1 amp, and it does come supplied with this USB-C cable to power it up. It is also compatible with a large range of Mocreo's other sensors as well, such as the LS1, LS2, ST5, ST6, ST8, MS1, MS2 and more. Now even though the H5 Pro uses the LoRa protocol, it also still uses the BLE protocol as well. And this is how it is able to also be compatible with the ST5 and ST6 sensors. I have tried it and it works absolutely perfectly. However, because the Mocreo sensors, such as the LS1 here, are strictly designed to work with LoRa, this means that they will actually not work with the H5 Lite hub. And this is of course because LoRa and BLE Bluetooth are two completely different communication protocols. The H5 Pro hub is manually controlled the exact same way as the H5 Lite hub. It has the same high quality rotary knob here on the side, which is used to navigate through the different menus and settings of the device. And pressing it also works as the confirmation button. The button below it here is the same as well and is used as the return button or escape key to return to the previous menu. The H5 Pro can also be controlled using the Mocreo Smart app, which of course is available for both iOS and Android. I have tried it with Alexa and Google as well, but neither are supported with this device. I'm still hoping that Mocreo will add this support in the future. It could be incredibly useful implementing this device with security-related automations. Okay, and now for the LS1 temperature sensors. The H5 Pro LS1D temperature monitoring kit is supplied with 2 of these wireless LS1 sensors, and as mentioned before, the LS1 temperature sensors are designed to work with the LoRa communication protocol only. So again, as I mentioned before, this means they are not compatible with the H5 Lite hub. They have a temperature measuring range of -18 degrees to 55 degrees Celsius, so that's the same as -0.4 to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Due to their design, they should also be mounted vertically for the best optimal performance, like this. With the LS1, this here is the temperature probe. Underneath that, if you can see on camera, we have the status notification LED, and that button I just pressed is the setup and pairing button. Now on camera, the LS1 temperature sensors may look solid, big, and heavy, but they're not. Well, they are definitely solid. The build quality is incredibly high, but the size of these sensors, they only measure in at 4.17 by 2.22 by 0.83 inches, and they only weigh in at 96 grams. The majority of this weight is just from the batteries. Just like the ST5 and ST6 sensors, you can mount them with the supplied adhesive Velcro stickers. Or alternatively, you can even hook them onto things as well, as they are also designed with these handles that just extract and pop up like this, which I will add is a very useful and convenient feature to have. As you can see, the LS1 temperature sensors are a completely different design to the ST5 and ST6 sensors, this one here being the ST6. Aside from the LS1 sensors using the LoRa communication protocol, they are also, unlike the ST5 and ST6 with their built-in rechargeable battery packs, actually just powered up using 3 standard AAA batteries. But don't let that deter you away from this product whatsoever, because they still have a rated battery life of 2 years. One of the reasons for this will be thanks to the LoRa protocol being used, as LoRa is also a low power consumption design protocol as well. And the other reason is just because Mocreo are the best and know how to design the perfect product. They are the Rolls-Royce of smart controlled temperature sensors. These tough, high-quality LS1 temperature sensors are also waterproof and are rated at IP66. They can be used indoor and outdoor, so have a wide range of uses. For example, everything from refrigeration to pet enclosures. You can also use them in the kitchen, garage, office, and basically anywhere else you can think of. Okay, so next I'm going to pair the hub and sensors to the Mocreo Smart app. Then I can give you a demonstration of this working, and then you can see just how amazing this product is for yourself. Setting up the Mocreo H5-PRO-LS1D temperature monitoring system is unbelievably easy. You start off by downloading and installing the Mocreo Smart app, and once done, the first step is to pair the H5 Pro hub to the app. So first we need to make sure it's in pairing mode, and to do that all we do is power up the hub. So I've just powered it up now, and then all we need to do is wait for the status LED on the top to start flashing, like it is now. Now we go into the Mocreo Smart app, we tap on the plus symbol in the top corner, and we tap on Add Device. We now choose IoT Hub Pro, we tap on that, we select wireless connection because that's what I'm using at the moment, then we tap on Next. It is in pairing mode, so we tap on in setup mode and we tap on Next again. And a few seconds later, the H5 Pro hub will have been added to the Mocreo app. Now we need to pair the first LS1 temperature sensor to the app. So again, we start by putting the sensor into pairing mode, and this is done by holding the setup button here down until the status LED starts flashing, like it is now. And now back in the Mocreo Smart app again, we tap on the plus symbol in the top corner, we tap on Add Device, and then we tap on Temperature Sensor LS1. It is in pairing mode, so we tap on Next. And after a few seconds, the LS1 temperature sensor would have been paired and added to the Mocreo Smart app. So all we need to do now is repeat the same process for the other LS1 sensor, and then everything is set up. So now it's time to put the Mocreo H5-PRO-LS1D into action. Okay, so I have just finished installing the H5-PRO-LS1D into room 25. Now, as you can see, I don't exactly have a lot of furniture in this room at all. So trying to find somewhere to put it was a bit of a challenge due to the fact that it cannot be installed or mounted onto the wall. So I went and bought this little wall mount table adapter just over here, and I've mounted it onto that. Now, the reason I have mounted it there on this wall is because below it is my router. And I do eventually plan to use the built-in LAN port of the device, so this will make it very convenient. Now in room 25 I have USB power sockets built into my wall power outlets because it makes life so much easier. So I have the H5 Pro LS1D plugged directly into that, as you can see. However, if you don't have USB power outlets like me, then Mocreo do also supply this USB power adapter as well in the kit that you can use. Now, as for the LS1 temperature sensors, I have one mounted over here on the wall, purely just to monitor the temperature inside room 25. And as for the other one, I have that mounted inside my fridge. Yes, you can mount the LS1 sensors inside the fridge as well, if you want to. And my reason for that is to make it easier to demonstrate an emergency alarm with the system for you. And that is exactly what I'm going to do now. Okay, so the Mocreo H5 Pro is telling me that the current temperature in room 25 is 29.6 degrees Celsius, and the current temperature inside my fridge is 12.3 degrees Celsius. So what I have done is set up an alarm in the Mocreo Smart app to trigger the built-in audible alarm of the H5 Pro. So when the temperature inside my fridge rises above 14 degrees Celsius, the alarm will go off. So to increase the temperature, all I need to do is open the fridge door. So I'm going to open that now, and then go back into room 25 and see what happens. And that worked perfectly, as I expected. Of course it was going to work. This is a Mocreo product after all, and their products are the best. Now, not only has it set off an audible alarm to notify me that the temperature inside the fridge is abnormally high due to the fridge door being open, but I have also received a push notification message and an email as well to notify me of this problem. So if I was not at home, it would not matter because I am still notified and aware that this has happened. Now, as for the LS1 temperature sensors not being compatible with the H5 Lite hub directly due to the LoRa protocol being used, as you can see here on the display, both the LS1 sensors are just marked NA, so not applicable. This does not mean the H5 Lite hub cannot be used with the LS1 sensors at all, because it still can, and this is due to everything still being connected together through the app. And this is a huge advantage if you have one H5 Pro hub and one H5 Lite hub like I do here, because I can install the H5 Lite hub upstairs and then using the Mocreo Smart app get an audible alarm to trigger on the H5 Lite hub, even if a problem is detected by one of the LoRa controlled LS1 sensors. Now, using the app, you can only have one audible alarm set at one time, so you cannot have an audible alarm trigger on both the hubs at once. However, this does not override the visual alarm on the other hub from still working. So for example, let me demonstrate. Okay, so I still have the exact same alarm set up in the Mocreo Smart app. So when my fridge door is opened and the temperature rises over 14 degrees Celsius, the hub's built-in alarm will trigger. However, this time I've set the alarm up so the built-in alarm of the hub is now set to the H5 Lite hub instead of the H5 Pro hub. So let's try this and see what happens. And that is definitely an alarm going off. Okay, so as you can see, the LS1 temperature sensor in my fridge has detected an increase in temperature, but this time the audible alarm is going off on the H5 Lite hub instead, which does not support the LoRa communication protocol at all. Now if I walk over to the other side of the room, as you can see again, the alarm has also been triggered as well on the H5 Pro hub, but it is only a visual alarm, due to only one audible alarm being able to be used on one hub at a time. Now, I personally think you could benefit hugely with this system by having two hubs installed instead of just one. I would like to suggest to Mocreo to maybe consider offering this product as a kit that can also be supplied with two hubs as well. But before doing that, I would also suggest changing the app to allow for multiple hub audible alarm support. Of course, the H5-PRO-LS1D is not a dual hub kit. However, for some people and businesses, I seriously do think a dual hub kit could have huge advantages. I will also point out that these flashing lights around my door and my window frame are not being triggered by the H5 Pro Hub LS1D system at all. But if the system did support Alexa or Google, these are the type of things that you could do with it. Now, I was just comparing the H5 Pro Hub features with the H5 Lite Hub features, and I just noticed two new features that Mocreo have introduced with the H5 Pro Hub. The first one being you now have the option to turn the status LED, which is this big, long, bluey, purple-colored light on the top of the device, on and off. So to do that, you go into Display and Sound, and you come down to Status Light. Now, by default, it's enabled anyway. So if we press the button, you can see that the status light has now turned off. If we press the button again, the status light is now back on. So that's definitely new. But I also noticed Mocreo have introduced a feature that when you have multiple sensors set up, it can now automatically switch the sensor display view by scrolling down through all the sensors, allowing you to view the measurement from all of the sensors instead of just the 4 displayed on the main screen. So to do that, you go into Sensor, and it's the one at the top here, Sensor View Auto Switch, which again by default is enabled. So the way that works is, go back to the main screen and you come down to Sensor. And as you'll see in a few seconds, the display screen will scroll down so you can see the hidden sensor that is not displayed at the moment. just like that. This is definitely new as well, because with the H5 Lite hub you cannot do that. You have to manually scroll through all of the sensors using the scroll wheel here on the side of the device. Okay guys, and that is how this Mocreo H5-PRO-LS1D temperature monitoring system works. Now, as I said earlier on in the video, you can use this kit to basically monitor the temperature of anything. The temperature measuring accuracy of the system is also incredibly good as well. It has an accuracy specification rating of only 0.5 degrees Celsius or 0.9 degrees Fahrenheit. And just like the H5 Lite, the H5 Pro also supports 2 years of data storage, and CSV data file exporting is also supported. Your data is stored on Mocreo's server, and at the simple tap of a button in the app, you will immediately have the last 2 years of data, or of the data range you choose, emailed to you. I have tried this feature out and it works absolutely perfectly. You will receive a detailed report, and that is available for every single sensor that you have connected to the H5 Pro hub. If you operate a business in the medical or refrigeration trade, this H5-PRO-LS1D is definitely the perfect temperature monitoring system for you. In fact, it is perfect for anyone wanting a high quality and reliable smart controlled temperature monitoring system. Mine is permanently set up and monitoring the temperature inside my fridge and smart home 24/7, and if there is ever a problem, I am notified about it straight away. It is so unbelievably reliable, and I absolutely love both of these kits that I have installed. As I said at the beginning of the video, this is the best smart controlled temperature monitoring system I have ever used, and I mean it. The Mocreo H5-PRO-LS1D is an amazing product, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. A smart temperature monitoring system seriously does not get any better than this. Anyway guys, that now brings us to the end of another video, and thank you so much for watching. I will of course put a link in the description area below for anyone who is interested in purchasing one or more of these kits for themselves. If you liked this video or found it helpful, then please like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel, where you can watch even more videos, which I upload every week, and I hope to see you all in the next video.